This is called writer's block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My fingers sit like 10 Zen monks on the edge of this table. The spirit is willing, but those fingers are unable to rise to raise this blue biro, to write a single thing. All the pens are poison, all the papers snow white sleeping. Yet this paper in front of me attains the clear light of the void. I should be blissed out, enlightened, but actually I'm annoyed. I don't want whiteness, I want words instead. But one hand to tapping taps, not even clap from my head.
Yeah.
No, Trappist discourse is the disorder of the day. Nothing to say, I've got nothing to say, so I'll get up, sit down, get up again and make me a quick 10 cups of tea. Instead of troubling to double my efforts, so under about a certain tree. If that tree falls in the forest, does it make a sound as it groans and splinters, creaking, crashing to the ground? Or is it drowned out by the brag of the chainsaw that brings it down, by the mushes that mush it up, the lorries that take it to my town, to sit on shelves in shops, 500 sheets of A4, to be bought by me and carried tenderly through my door because I want the world to know my name, but how can you impress people with volume after volume of emptiness? I rue those wasted nights sat drinking in the garbage inn. How hard can it be to bring up just one original sin? How hard can it be to melt Snow White with a light bulb like this? How hard... Oh, 10 cups of tea. I really need a piss. I rushed to the toilet, but I'm afraid I have to say the toilet seat put me down. There was something in the way. It bowled me over with its porcelain purity. Kind of felt like it was laughing at me. It was bogging me out. It was yanking my chain. I'm out of there quicker back to work again. But no, I cannot face that paper, that unspeakable curse. The negative of a photo of the death of the universe. Cumulonimbus mind. Perhaps the calm before the brainstorm. Because I do not have just one idea. It'll be kind of lukewarm. But the more I think about it, I think, okay, I'll do what every genius does, or so they say. Plagiarise and shine. I hurry to my shelves. I grab a dozen books of mine. This tea leaf will tell you the future belongs to me, as do the contents of these books, but these books are empty. Virgo intact to pages, missing ink, not a comma, not a full stop. I cannot think what has happened. Where's it gone? Where's Shakespeare gone? Where's Dante? Where's Borges? How can the road be so wrong? Blank verse, a lot of it, from Auden back to Ovid. The encyclopedia is empty, the dictionary is deserted. As for here, like a barely get to look. But yes, I see flipping speechless through the phone book. There's no one at all. They live on no road, they have no phone number and no postcode. It doesn't make sense. I have to be sure that I still exist, so I run out the front door. When my street's the same as ever, it's reassuring to see. I figure I'll stretch my legs, a classic displacement activity. It's a bright sunny day, but not on the side of the clouds. To my left are terraced houses, and in front of me the pavement dogs foul. To my right are of cars claustrophobic along. And as I walk past them, I realise something is wrong. It takes a while to notice, takes a while to be sure, but yeah, their registration plates, blank rectangles, nothing more. What could make sense of it, or what could it mean? See that street sign on the corner there? It might as well have been a finger pressed to lips. I walk faster and faster. From windows comes a TV flicker, but not so much as canned laughter. I turn onto a bigger road, the main road into town. Scores and scores of men and women all standing around saying nothing. Everyone stares suddenly. There's a vague threat of violence. Every relationship breaks under the weight of this great awkward silence. Mouths have never felt so hollow as they do today. Nothing to say, nothing to say. We've got nothing to say. Neither do the signs and posters from one shop to the next. It seems like every last product is now sponsored by Tipex. And in everybody's clothes, there's not one slogan to be seen. Not a Nike, not an Adidas, not even an A for Anarchy. While up on billboards, the adverts seem to say, in their minimalist way, that it's buy nothing day. Out of nervousness, we used to press phones to our heads. Silly little phones into which nothing can be said. Still, it helps to distract us. Yet we cling to old habits. We cling to empty ever tabloids filled with pics of assorted tits. Past the bus station, I see there's the same silent treatment. Numberless buses chugging up. Hookers, well, they went with a bean, with a stop. I must be the fare. No one gets onto the buses. They just don't dare. They stay still in their queues. I guess they queue there forever. As meanwhile, in the supermarket, shoppers wonder whether this plain tin they picked on might be a tin of peas. They gesture in vain to the shopper system, but they're shaking to his sneeze. Nothing has ingredients. There's no price tag, no brand. It's the no logo dream, but it all looks bleached and bland. I keep walking. I reach the edge of town. There's one hope left to lift me up from this down. I arrive at the bookstore. You know the one I mean, the corporate-owned chain bookstore, trying to be part of the coffee shop indie scene. I walk in through those glass doors. Quite frankly, I don't fancy my luck. Inside, mute button-down souls are similarly dumbstruck, but they bustle anyway. Seems everyone wants a copy of the new bestseller. It's the autobiography of a guy who against adversity became a TV chef, then against adversity managed to join the SAS. He teamed up against Islam with a gang lord who loves his mother, who doesn't mean the finance on Celebrity Big Brother. They did some stuff and things that did that, that did this. They went blah, 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 until the inevitable shocking twist. Okay, so I was wrong, I confess. It turns out people will swoon for volumes of emptiness. I get out of there, back onto the unearthly shushed streets. I notice that the internet cafe Trick or Tweets is closing. Ditto the hairdressers, the library too. When it's absolute hush, what's left for a librarian to do? Yeah, what can they do? Minus reading and writing, they have to take up something new, maybe cage fighting. Empty heading home back as if things are getting worse. Maybe this really is the heat death of the universe. There are some subjects verbing objects. There's an indescribable hat. worn by an indescribable man who's stroking a cat on a mat. And the mat's no particular colour, even colour's gone extinct. It's getting harder and harder and harder to think. Home at last, my bedroom, something dangling from the wall. Okay, I will get some writing done today after all, because pinned to that wall with this paper, one of 12 sheets on which are squares in rows and columns, nice and neat. Yeah, rows and columns of boxes, 30 of them or so, in one of which I scrawl the only letter I still know. Yet with my pen, I X my day away. Fuck, maybe tomorrow I'll think of something to say. Yes.